guys, I'm Dr. Stephanie and I'm a physical therapist. And if you're finding you have a lot of pain kind of on the side of your hip, maybe in the back a little bit, then I'm going to show you some exercises that can really help. A lot of times soreness in that area, it's called greater trochanteric pain syndrome, can be caused by a lot of different things, but the main thing is weak glutes. So if your glutes are weak, then that can contribute to pain here when you're walking or running or squatting. So the stronger your glutes are, the stronger these hip muscles are, the less pain you'll have in the side of your hip. So we're going to go through a couple of exercises. Let's go ahead and start on the ground here. And you can do this on a mat on the floor, you can do it on your bed if you want to, as long as it's not too soft, but you can still do it. Okay, so we're going to start. Bend this bottom knee, keep the top leg straight, and keep your toes pointed straight out in front of you. You don't want them up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. You're just going to lift this leg up and then back down. Pretty simple, but you want to do it slowly and nice and controlled. And you'll see if you do 3 sets of 10, you're going to feel those hip muscles burning. If you do them real quick or you kind of flip your foot around, you probably won't feel it. But if you do it slow like this, you're going to feel it. So you want to do 3 sets of 10, and then we're going to make that exercise a little bit more challenging with a band. So we're going to place this band around our ankles, and again, lie on your side. Legs are going to be straight out like this. You want your body to be in a straight line, and what you want to do is lift this top leg, and then once you get some resistance in the band, bring it forward, and then bring it backwards. And then back to the middle and down. Again, nice and slow and controlled. So lift, forward, backward, and down. And you want to, I would start off with 1 to 2 sets of 10. This one you'll really feel, especially if you do it slowly. And then you can work up to 3 sets of 10. That's kind of the goal, but this is actually a pretty tough one, especially if you do it the right way. So up, forward, backward, and down. And even if you only have pain on one side, on one hip, I would still do these exercises on both sides. Okay, for the next one, we're going to take the band off. We're going to stay on our side, but we're going to come up on our elbow here, keep our knees bent, and we're going to come up into a side plank and lift this top knee and come back down and down to the ground. So it's kind of a side plank clamshell. So lift up, lift that knee, down, and back down. You want to start off with 2 sets of 10, I would say, and then work up to 3. We also want to do this on both sides. So if you're doing this exercise, I would do a set of 10 on one side, switch to the other side, go back and forth just to give each side a break. But again, lift that knee, back down, and down to the ground. Okay, now we're going to get into a standing position because it's important to strengthen the hip in all different positions, but standing is important because these glute muscles, especially the gluteus medius, which is more on your side here, that muscle helps stabilize our leg in single leg stance. And so when you're walking, you're on one leg at all times, or when you're running. So it's really important that we learn to stabilize and strengthen that muscle kind of while standing on one leg. So for these, if you need to hold on to something at first, definitely go ahead and do that. Or at least do it close to like a wall or a counter if you need to. But for the first one, you're going to stand and you're going to stand on one leg and move the other leg. So the one leg you're standing on, bend that knee slightly just so your knee's not locked. You're going to kind of do a half circle like this and then come back to the front. So kind of bring your leg around in a half circle and then back to the front. Around and back. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. And again, nice and slow and controlled. Around, back to the front, around, back to the front. You want to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 on each side. Okay, and then we have one more for you. This is one of my favorites. Again, you can hold on if you need to. You're going to bend the knee you're standing on just slightly, bend the other knee to 90 degrees, and then lift this leg out to the side, and then back back down. So this is called a fire hydrant. So you're lifting up and down, up and down. If you need to hold on to something at first, like I said, you can, but the goal is to do it without holding on, because then you're really working on that single leg stability and balance. So then you'll do the same thing on the other side. Lift it out, back down, lift it out, and back down. These exercises I would probably do 3 to 4 times a week. You don't have to do them every day to get the benefit out of them, especially if you're doing other exercise, if you're a runner or a walker, or you lift weights. Do these 3 or 4 times a week. If you want to add an extra session, as long as you're not too sore and the pain's not increasing too much, you can definitely do that. But try those, and that should really help reduce that pain on the outside of your hip.